Good morning, solid dust steppers. This is Miss Ward. Early bird gets the worm. I am rolling down to Lake Worth to take care of one of my favorite customers. I got two. I got a Samsung in Lake Worth this morning, and I got that infamous Maytag, the washer, the combo unit that takes a licking and keeps ticking. You know, the one that always has an issue with the door switch and the fuse, things of that nature. Headed that way, getting ready to get it in. Now this particular one has an issue with the timer, so we'll be taking care of that today. And then I have that Samsung. After that, I got another double stack washer. After that, I gotta go look at a hell is that? Damn, I got a whole list going on. I'm drawing a blank, but it'll be all right. The key is we got work. We all about it. So I want to shout out my executive assistant. She is doing a phenomenal job. Tisha's on it, so a lot of you guys may hear from her instead of me, because she's handling a lot of my admin things, and I thank God for her. I can actually breathe and make a video. So today we want to talk about expanding the business and getting the help you need. I am a control freak, and I do not apologize, and I have the ability to micromanage, all that other terrible stuff. So it's wonderful to be able to hand some things over to people, put processes in place, and allow the business to grow. Because what people don't understand, when you're in business and you start a business, usually you are the bottleneck. It's cute to be the go-to, but you're the bottleneck. So all my employees are required to read stuff like the E-Myth. Yes, they do. They get it on Audible. I take care of it for them. And any books that have to do with expanding the business and making us more successful and productive and all that good stuff. You always want to make sure your staff is growing while you grow, because whether they stay with you or not, they will definitely pay homage when you teach them how to fish, not just to eat. And I feel that we have a responsibility as business owners to kind of help some people miss some of those missteps we had. I personally love mentoring my staff and other people that have come across my life when I was in the corporate field and I was managing a lot of managers. I really watched some of those guys break out and do their own thing, and I supported them the whole way. You know, shout out to Mr. Michael Munoz with Tires to Go. Love that guy to death. He just opened his location in Puerto Rico. Love him. Great guy. I mean, serious ambition, driven, and he has a work ethic just like mine. So he has no other option except to be great. I'm so proud of Mike. You know, and I have other guys that I mentor the same way. So I don't just deal with appliance repair, because when you know how to run business, you can run business in any service industry. If you know how to run a service business, I don't care if it's plumbing, pressure washing, locksmith, whatever it is, TV mounting, you can really make it successful. You just got to focus on that craft, focus on the most profitable aspects of the business, and excel at that. You know, I'm in the middle of training my administrative assistant to really focus on key things to make us profitable, as far as spreadsheets, key performance indicator reports, and we're working on cutting out as much loss as possible on the operations side in reference to, you know, like for instance, the vehicles that we lease. There are different contracts we have with Enterprise that makes it so that we can be profitable the more trucks that we lease, but also the type of lease we have. You know, they offer weekly, they offer monthly, and I choose to lease my trucks because I don't have time for nobody to be on the side of the road because something broke. I don't have time. You know, one thing you understand about the service industry is you don't have downtime. You know, I hear about people's vehicles breaking down, it's in the shop, and it's a certain expense, but at the end of the day, because of the clientele I deal with, number one, I need to be in a spanking brand new vehicle, because some of these gates I can't get through. I'm telling you, you go into some places, and if they look at your vehicle and it look like it got an oil leak, you can't come in. because those HOA situations are that. People don't believe that. Come to Florida, because I deal with so many high-end clients. There are restrictions on the smallest things, you know. So that's the market that I service, and I make sure that I show up and I'm able to service them, because I have everything I need to have in place, from image to how I move, how I speak, how we communicate. You know, Tisha is really good at communicating with customers, gathering information. She knows what we're going to work on, what we're not. She knows the red flags and the things to listen to when she's talking to a customer. Look, and we have options for the customer. If we can't service them, we'll refer them to one of our partners here in South Florida, because we all eat, because we work together. Some guys specialize in one thing, some guys specialize in another, and we make sure we shoot those things their way. Shout out to Q from Empire. Sent me a job yesterday. Thank you for the water valve on the Whirlpool. That's what I mean. There's plenty out here. We just try to be ladies and gentlemen about how we handle our business. We dominate in our areas, and we focus on our clientele, because there's enough for everybody. We don't have to dog out another company, or you know. And thank God for my subs. I love those guys to death. Shout out to Norris. Thank you for taking care of me. I appreciate it. Shout out to Ike. Alex, you know, thank you so much. And all those other guys that take care of me. Thank you for picking up the phone and getting it done. I really appreciate you. But like I said, you know, you got to make sure when you start to train people, I'm putting, you know, a lot of things in my admin's hands that I wanted to implement but didn't have time. And it's going to make me a better person to wear around it, because I'm training her, because she's going to continue to train the CSRs and any additional virtual assistants we use. You know, and when you get people in your business, you really got to peak their value. Pay people what they're worth. Like, I had a discussion with my administrative assistant, because, you know, she wanted a certain rate and the rate wasn't high enough. And I had to explain to her, look, first of all, if you accept a pay lower than what you're worth, then that means when you represent my business, you're going to represent my business the same way. And I'm sorry, I'm Miss Ward. I can't have it. That's not how I operate. Period. You know, anybody know me, I'm about people being valued, and I have no problem with paying, but you damn sure better do the job. If you can't do the job, that'll be the last one you get from me. Because the point is, I grind and I pay well. And I pay well because I want the best. You know, now pay doesn't always measure the quality you're going to get. But at the end of the day, you got to pay people what they worth, particularly if you want them to stick around in this industry. I mean, you got to realize this woman is going to have access to trade secrets and all kind of stuff that I use and how I get down. It took a lot for me to even trust that process. But if you want to grow big and grow quick, you got to do it with others. You can't do this on your own. And even if you just want to streamline and breathe, I mean, she even has a responsibility of scheduling the quarterly vacations. Because, let me tell you, the way we work in appliance repair, if you're not taking time, you know, once you get it rolling, if you're not every 3 months taking time, then you're not running it properly. Because your family's going through, you going through, particularly you guys that's got young children. You want to be able to remember some of that time, because you can't get that time back. You know, we all grew up in a situation where, you know, if I'm putting food on the table, I'm busting my butt, that shows I love you. But the reality is, these people are out of control. Like, literally. How you gonna blow the horn in the light red? Crazy. Anyway, welcome to South Florida traffic. But like I said, you know, you got to think about the intangibles. You got to think about the fact that, you know, these kids need their parents. I mean, I don't have those problems, because all mine is in college, done, gone on their own, independent as hell. I don't know how I got to be so lucky. Trust me, I don't even know. Must be that co-parenting. But at the end of the day, y'all got to make sure if you're not doing if you're in the service business and you're not doing a minimum of 2 vacations a day, a year, you're not doing it right, because you really need 4. Every quarter, you should take a week off. This is why I follow the 12-week year. The 12-week year is designed in such a way that you will schedule a vacation every 3 months. Time off, because you have done the steps. And this is how you get down. I mean, that makes you well-rounded as a person, and you just get exposed, and then you see what you're working for, but you still have money stacked for retirement. You're still working your 5 accounts. You're still working on your investments, because these businesses are cash flowing, so that money should be running into investments, because your money should work harder than you. But with that said, I'm not about to turn into Charles Schwab and Dave Ramsey. I just want people to know, have a plan, Don't let the plan have you. Y'all be blessed. Miss Ward is signing off.